Smoking kills. What happens when you quit smoking? -1 year story. If you are a regular smoker, you might wonder if quitting's even worth it. Maybe the cravings and nicotine withdrawal makes you feel it's not worth it. You wonder, the damage is done, so does it really make a difference? You can make a difference, absolutely. Your body has an amazing ability to heal itself, and it happens quicker than you think. In fact, in less than half an hour after you put out that last cigarette. And keep in mind, you're more likely to succeed if you have a plan to handle those cravings, especially in the first few weeks. 20 minutes after your last cigarette, the positive health effects of quitting smoking begins. 20 minutes after your last cigarette. Your blood pressure and pulse will start to return to more normal levels. In addition, fibers in the bronchial tubes that previously didn't move well due to constant exposure to smoke will start to move again. This is beneficial for the lungs. These fibers help move irritants and bacteria out of the lungs, helping reduce the risk for infection. 8 hours after your last cigarette. By the end of a work day, you have half the amount of nicotine and carbon monoxide in your blood. Carbon monoxide is a chemical in cigarettes, and it crowds out oxygen in your blood. That causes problems from your muscles to your brain because they don't get the oxygen they need. 12 to 24 hours after your last cigarette. Halfway through your first day, your carbon monoxide level is back to normal. By the 1-day mark, you've already decreased your risk of heart attack. This is because of reduced constriction of veins and arteries as well as increased oxygen levels that go to the heart to boost its functioning. Nicotine levels in your bloodstream have also decreased to negligible amounts. 48 hours after your last cigarette. With 2 days down, your senses of taste and smell get sharper as your nerve endings start to heal. You may realize you're smelling and tasting things better than you were before. Your body's also busy cleaning up. Your lungs kick out mucus and other junk left from cigarettes. And you don't have any more nicotine in your body. 60 hours after your last cigarette. This is about the time when the toughest withdrawal symptoms show up. You feel anxious, dizzy, hungry, or tired. You might get headaches or feel bored or depressed. It's normal. If you have asthma, your symptoms may get worse around this time. That can be confusing, but it's part of the process and won't last much longer. You'll likely see improvement by day 3. 3 days after your last cigarette. Within 3 days after quitting smoking, you'll often find yourself breathing more easily. This is because the bronchial tubes inside the lungs have started to relax and open up more. This makes air exchange between carbon dioxide and oxygen easier. Also, your lung capacity, or ability of the lungs to fill up with air, increases about 3 days after quitting. 2 weeks, 3 months after your last cigarette. During this time, you can do more because your lungs are stronger and clearer, and your blood flow has improved. You can exercise without getting as winded. And your risk of a heart attack goes down even more. You've also made it through the hardest part of withdrawal. Even so, you'll probably still get cravings, triggers for wanting to smoke. You can't stop all of them, but you can stick to your plan. Ask for help if you need it. Think about why you started in first place. Or try 10 deep breaths, nice and slow. 3 to 9 months. At this point, you can take deeper, clearer breaths. Your cough in a helpful way actually clears things out. That helps you get fewer colds and other illnesses. 6 months after your last cigarette. After 6 months of quitting, many people often notice they're better able to handle stressful events that come their way without feeling like they need to smoke. They may also notice they're coughing up much less mucus and phlegm. This is because the airways are much less inflamed without the constant exposure to cigarette smoke and the chemicals contained within cigarettes. 1 year after your last cigarette. Congratulations, you are richer now. At the end of year 1, in addition to these health benefits, you'll have saved a dramatic amount of money. Smoking cigarettes is expensive. If you smoked a pack of cigarettes per day, you'll have saved thousands of dollars at the 1-year mark. 10 years after your last cigarette. At the decade mark, your risk of dying due to lung cancer has decreased to that of a non-smoker. The cells that were previously precancerous are now replaced with healthy cells. In addition to decreasing the risks for lung cancer, your risk of developing smoking-related illnesses also goes down. This includes a reduced risk for cancers of the mouth, esophagus, bladder, kidneys and other critical cancers. I do believe it is worth it, for your family and yourself. You deserve a better, healthier and happier life. All the best for your journey. Like and subscribe for more healthy and hearty facts. Help me grow, please.